The hidden costs of dining out, what restaurants don't tell you. Hey everyone, have you ever gone out to eat, excited for a nice meal, only to look down at the bill and think, what just happened? You're not alone. It turns out, dining out can come with some sneaky costs you might not even be aware of. Today, we're diving into the hidden expenses that often catch us off guard when we're trying to enjoy a nice meal. So, let's break it down and make sure you leave the restaurant feeling satisfied in more ways than one. Let's kick things off with menu prices. Ever notice that your favorite restaurant's dishes seem to be a little pricier than what you'd pay at home? Restaurants usually mark up their menu items significantly. On average, you might find markups of 300% or more on certain dishes. Why is that? Well, it's a mix of overhead costs like rent, utilities, and staff wages, plus the quality of the ingredients used. Sometimes you're paying for gourmet ingredients, and other times, not so much. When you order a dish that sounds fancy, it's good to keep in mind that you might be paying for the atmosphere, too. Some places pride themselves on local or seasonal ingredients, which can be pricier. So ask yourself if that cost reflects the quality you expect. Next up, sales tax. Did you know that sales tax varies widely depending on where you live? In some cities, it can be as low as 5%, while in others, it might jump to 10% or more. If you dine out frequently, those extra dollars can really add up over time. Always remember to factor in tax when you're budgeting for a meal. Let's say you think you're picking a $20 entree. By the time taxes are added, your plate might cost closer to $22 or $23. Now, let's chat about tipping. Tipping is a big part of dining out and can often be a source of confusion. The common expectation in the US is to tip around 15 to 20% of your bill. But what happens when your party gets larger? Some restaurants automatically add gratuity, especially for tables of 6 or more. This can be a nice surprise if you're not expecting it. Tipping practices can vary greatly around the world. In some places, service charges are included, and others don't expect tips at all. Just a little food for thought. Now, who doesn't love a good drink with dinner? However, beverages usually come with some hefty markups. While you might pay $2 for a soda at the store, in a restaurant, it can easily jump to $4 or $5. And let's talk about those specialty drinks or cocktails with prices sometimes hitting $15. And what about those tempting appetizers and desserts? Restaurants are experts at upselling. You walk in thinking you'll just grab a main dish, but end up ordering an appetizer, a couple of drinks, and, oh, why not, dessert? Before you know it, you're looking at a bill that's twice what you planned to spend. Service charges and fees are also something to watch out for. These can be seen along with tips on your bill, and although they seem small, they can add up quickly. Have you noticed how dining out can feel like an experience rather than just a meal? The ambiance, the company, the escape from cooking everything adds to the allure. However, sometimes, because of this experience, we overlook those hidden costs. We chase after the good vibes and forget to calculate the final financial hit. Many diners leave restaurants feeling satisfied from the experience, but perhaps a little surprised by the total. It's a classic case of feeling the value of the experience, but overlooking the actual costs. Worried about those sneaky costs? Fear not. There are ways to tackle these unintended expenses. First, do a bit of homework before heading out. Check out the restaurant's menu online. This will help you get a feel for prices ahead of time, so there are no surprises. Next, focus on choosing restaurants wisely. Some places offer better value without skimping on quality. And of course, be mindful of your order. Consider sharing appetizers or going with lighter beverages to keep costs down. And when it comes to tipping, remember, adjust based on service. While it's important to show appreciation, it's also okay to reflect the experience you had. So there you have it. Dining out can be a delightful experience, but it's important to be aware of those hidden costs creeping into your bill. Next time you're excited to indulge, reflect on the price tag and plan accordingly. Have you ever had a surprise bill after dining out? I'd love to hear your stories. Share them in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more fun insights. Until next time, happy dining.